Hi, I'm Panda Hershey with Your Full Expression. Welcome to the August 2nd Coffee and Charts call, where we talk about how it's time for the next 2 weeks to show off all that you've been learning this summer. It's time to have fun and release any struggle. Life may still feel very busy, but likely it's less frantic. And with the Mercury portal opening on August 3rd, it's time to start thinking over the next 2 months about how to take all the things that you've been learning this summer and really hone them into a work of art. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, well, let's get started. I hope you guys are all feeling how life is still very, very busy, because we're very focused and have some things that we really have in mind to concentrate on. But it's less frantic now. I hope you can feel that difference, that the Mercury portal is now upon us. And so it doesn't feel quite as fast and like out of control speed-wise. So I love this time, actually, when things slow down for my mind, because otherwise I go absolutely bonkers. But I hope you at least notice, even if it's not your favorite way to experience life, but it is part of the pulsation that we always feel. So, all right, let's get going. Okay, so here we are on August 2nd. Wow, I can't believe it's August, and a lot is shifting. Let's take a look at where we are first. And starting today, what you can see is the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and Mars all over here in Leo and Virgo, opposite all of the outer planets that are the outer planets are really those deep energies that we feel throughout an entire year. And with all of the personal planets, our actions, some things we can see, things that are observable and really literally experienceable in our lives, our doing, our thinking, our talking, is opposite the deeper energy that we're feeling. And this gives us great perspective on where we need to go, how far we've come, how we turn it around to come back to where we need to be. And, you know, if you've ever run races or taken on a physical task of some sort, getting to the halfway point is a huge marker. And that's kind of where we're at. It's like, oh man, it has been such a slog. And especially those last bits before you get to the halfway point, you just think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get there. But here we are, and we're going to start turning it around. Eventually we'll be opposite, Neptune, Chiron, Jupiter, Uranus, and then it will really start to feel like things are turning, and we can see that endpoint of the year and how much we've accomplished. So that is what is happening, big picture. What else have we got going on? Mars here is in the lead, kind of pushing hard and moving through Virgo, and in that Mercury portal, leading the way, inspiring us, challenging us, lighting a fire under us to get it right. And this can be an internal force, like I just am doing this for myself because I know, I care, my heart's in it. Or it can be someone, knocking on your door saying, hey, can you please get this right? And there may even be deeper and deeper frustration as we move along through this. But that is what Mars going through the Mercury portal is doing. It's pushing open that door. Mercury is about to enter that portal and is going to get very close to Mars. There may be some tense moments as they get really, really close, but then they'll start to separate. Venus is moving backwards in its portal, and the sun is about to enter the Venus portal. So let's take a look at this. Mercury here is now today opposite the end of that Saturn portal. And that Saturn portal has been about you being in the same boat, sharing a very emotional experience, an experience of common feeling, common emotion. And with Saturn being there, it is about having a very small boat and a few people in it. And with Mercury being across from it, it is your opportunity to consult with them, to say, hey, I'm about to start working on something. What direction should I take this? What advice do you have for me? What approach can I start with? And hopefully over the last couple of days, and it's still not too late to do this, you can have those conversations. Tomorrow, that Mercury portal opens at 8 degrees of Virgo. And this begins the 2 months, all contained within the Venus portal. And that's all contained inside the Jupiter portal of how am I going to perfect what I've been learning? How am I going to really hone what I've found out that I'm good at? And no matter how challenged you may feel by someone, you get to say, you know what, I'm on it, but give me 2 months and then we'll talk. And during this time, you're going to learn a lot about how to do this. In 2 days, on Friday, the sun enters that Venus portal. And since June, you have been getting some encouragement that you are good at something. You're feeling it hopefully inside yourself. And also, especially from June into the first half of July, you were getting like external validation that you are good, that you have something to offer. And now with the sun entering that portal, it's that time to start doing it. You've been learning a lot through the Jupiter portal and accumulating skills, a presence, tools that you can use. And with the sun moving through this portal in Leo, it's about having fun and not struggling. So try different ways to put this together, what you've been learning and what you can do to show what you can do. But when something feels too heavy or too hard, don't incorporate that. You may get an idea as you're having that fun of how to do this better and how to make that thing, that activity, that aspect that feels hard to make it easier so you can still create the perfection in your eyes that you're looking for. But this is what's so cool, is that this learning of how to make things better with the Mercury in Virgo portal is thinking about the doing that we're doing, of having fun. So it's just about doing what's easy, what's fun, and then noticing, oh, this is how I could make it better. So it's kind of a quiet 2 weeks in a lot of ways, with not as many events, so to speak. And I think this is absolutely lovely for us to get to enjoy. On the 13th, so almost when we meet again, the Venus has been moving backwards and will cross over the sun moving forwards. So it's almost like when we have this with Mercury and the sun, which will also happen at some point. But this, I feel, is going to be a nice day to show off what you can do, all that you've learned. It's almost like having gone to, if you've gone to a summer camp and you're at the end and you've been working on this one skill the whole time, and you get to show what you can do. And now, because you've been working on it, you get to show how easy it is and how good you are at it. And this is a great day, especially if you have some tool at 20 to 20 and a half degrees, to show what you can do. And then on the 14th, the next day, Mars over here leaves that Mercury portal at 22 degrees Virgo and goes beyond into Virgo, but then into Libra as well. And so notice the topics that have come up since Mars entered a couple weeks ago, about what things are getting pushed on. But these are the things that you get to focus on and get to think about how to make better during the 2 months that Mercury is in its portal. And then on the 16th, we meet again. So let's go back. And here we are today. And a couple things that we can look at are Venus moving backward and meeting up with the sun at 20 degrees of Leo on the 13th. And you can see Mercury starting to get closer and closer to Mars, but they will never touch. They get to about 3 degrees apart, and then Mercury will be slowing down and moving backwards, and Mars is going to keep going at its steady pace of about half a degree a day. Okay, let's look. All right. Kind of peaceful and kind of cool that basically this is a time to have fun. All you Leo people, enjoy yourselves. We all have some Leo in us. Whether or not we have a tool is totally different, but we get to have fun. And so when we take a look at this Venus portal, I have a couple notes here. If you've got your playbook or your retrograde portal guide, here we are in that retrograde time between July into all of August, basically. And from now, from the 4th until the 21st, so, almost 3 weeks, do what's easy and fun. No struggle. Any struggle gets to be put aside, and you get to think about or talk about how things could get a little better or more perfect or more elegant, but you don't have to incorporate that. Save that for later. On the 13th, especially, if you have a tool at 20 to 21 degrees, this is a great time to have fun with the project that you've been working on all summer and prepare for a big pat on the back. That Mercury portal is opening tomorrow. And so it's all about, for the first phase, as it's moving forward, noticing, taking notes on, as you're having your fun, what could make it better, and be open to that input from others. And so basically, for the next couple weeks, show what you can do now, but without any struggle, without making it hard on yourself. Be open to ideas for how to improve what you're doing. I'm sure you'll have plenty. And it's going to take 2 months to really think about how to turn this fun into a work of art. It will not happen overnight. And on August 13th, consider presenting that art that you've been creating to an audience. You will probably wow them. And basically, the story that we've got is from July 22nd to September 3rd, Venus is in this retrograde motion where we're just taking in how good we are and looking back at how much we've learned and how it's become part of us. Mercury today is exiting, being opposite. I'm just realizing, I'm so sorry, I did not put the little directions here. Mercury is over here in Virgo, opposite that Saturn portal, and hopefully you've been able to tap into the wisdom of that group of people in your boat to say, you know, head in this direction, focus on this for a while and see where it takes you. You can still tap into that. Tomorrow, that Mercury portal opens. So it's the 2-month process of finding ways to hone your art. And then from August 4th, the next day, Friday, until the 21st, the sun is moving through that Venus portal. You get to do what's fun, what's easy. So make the most of that time. Then on the 13th, as we saw, Venus moving backwards crosses over the sun, moving forwards. So great day to show your audience, the people who've been watching your growth, what you've learned. And finally, on the 14th, just before we meet again, that Mars finishes moving through the Mercury portal. It's been there for about 3 weeks, and this is where you'll note the challenges that are being offered to you to really focus on for the next 2 months. Okay, some tips to thrive. Let your mindful activities, what you do each day, be as easy and fun as possible. If anything is making stuff complicated, let it go as best you can. For the next 3 weeks, take note of tweaks that could turn what's fun into something really beautiful. Just jot them down, all those ideas. And on August 13th, what you do that day may really garner the attention that you deserve to really make you feel great about all you've learned so far this year. It's basically 2 months of growth, and you're not done yet, because you still have into September to keep that growth going. And part of that growth is from experimenting with what you've done and thinking about how to make it better. So plan accordingly for the 13th. And as I just mentioned, you are still in that growing mode until September 4th. So to help you along, like, how do you know you're doing all these things right if you don't have any guideposts? Well, one way to think about it is on a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 is, I have no idea, and 5 is, I know exactly what I'm doing. Think about these statements. You have the opportunity to expand your tools, resources, and presence between June, that we've just gone through, and March of next year. Do you know what guides and how to know if you're actually on your path for that? Or if you are placing yourself in situations where you are offering your talents, enjoying yourself, and being appreciated during the summer of 2023. Are you in those places where this is happening? Are you making those choices, or do you need to course correct to make sure you're on the right track? Or C, you know which work or projects you must think about honing or bringing into perfection for August and September. How clear are you on that on a scale of 1 to 5? And if you're at a 3 or less, then consider taking one of these trainings that I have. This is that framework that I use to show you how you can understand what it is you're supposed to get out of each of these experiences. This is the framework I use as I coach all of the people that I work with. And it's the 5-step framework, 5 very simple steps that helps you decide for yourself. Am I doing the right thing? And so I've got some upcoming live trainings, 1 hour via Zoom, each one starting at noon for an hour. And the 2 Venus ones are August 7th and 10th. I have 2 Jupiter ones and 2 Mercury ones. And you'll find it in the link below, or if you get my email, there'll be a link there as well. And if you'd like to attend all of these sessions for free, you can consider joining the Compass community that I've started. And not only that, you get all of these trainings, you get emails to support you and guide you and point you to the right questions to think about for the week, a journal to track your progress, and coaching calls. And if you're interested in that, the price is going up October 1st. So just let me know. But that is it for now. And I hope that you all have a great day. Enjoy this Mercury retrograde portal. We're not in the retrograde yet. You've still got 3 weeks, but really it should be a fun time. I won't say should. It can be if you open up your curiosity and see what's possible. So have a great time. And as always, I'm here to support you when you need me. I hope you feel prepared to move easily over the next 2 weeks. And in fact, I hope you have a lot of fun. And if someone is challenging you to make it better, tell them you're on it and just give you 2 weeks to really get it right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.